Hey, old boy here. Welcome to Geneva Recharged. This is a real location map that I built of Geneva, Switzerland. You can see the mountains in the backdrop there. And I have the image overlay putting in the streets so that I can lay out my road networks and the train networks. I've decided to go ahead and put in a lot of this infrastructure off camera because it's pretty boring. And the old boar is boring enough. So if you're new to the old boar, sit back, relax, take a deep breath. Now I've put in some of the main features just to get the map going. And this is the art center and some buildings. I've been working with the new region packs to see how they work out. This is our police headquarters, fire station, and I've got just a little bit of population in over here in this area. And I've been experimenting around on how to get these buildings to come in correctly. And I've got an elementary school, modern high school. I'm just going to give you a little tour of this map just to start out with this new series. This is the hospital district. You can see here. This is the little hospital area. And I've gone ahead and put in some of the major features here. Disease Control Center, Health Research Institute. And if you look at the whole map, this is our buildable area. And I've pretty much got networks out into all of these little towns. Most of the little towns anyway. And one thing I'm going to try to do is get trains into these little areas. This is the university area. Some of these are the new assets. Modern Technical University, Modern University. This is a French college. And I'm playing with mods. So these are my services over here. So to get in all of this infrastructure like it is, here's my train yard, this little factory. It's probably taken me about 10 hours, but it's super relaxing. Now this over here is a big intersection off the map, so I just connected it this way. And I've decided to call this Geneva Recharged because I'm going to make this whole thing a lot more efficient and hopefully get out a population that is suitable for City Skylines 2. What I'd really like to do is take some trains out to these little populated areas. And I've got a big train station down into here. One of the things I've done to help me out a little bit is I've changed the key binding to the image overlay to Control Q, just so that it's a little bit easier to get on and off. I don't have to take my hand off the keyboard. And I've put in this big historical train station. It just looks like it fits Geneva. And I'm ready to go to get my train lines out. One of the reasons you want to lay in the major part of your infrastructure for your road networks so that when you start to lay in trains to get them out into the little villages, you're building your trains either over or under those networks. For example, here's train stations here and here. This is the big airport. Now my budget, I'm under, of course. I kind of look at this when I play City Skylines 2. This is kind of my indicator of whether I'm doing well. And of course, this indicator here, which my citizens aren't happy because of the garbage service, mail, and because there's just a huge demand. But most of this debt is the highway infrastructure and these massive features that I've put in that take up a lot of money every month. But I'm going to get in some population, kind of wrap my brain around how I'm going to do that. These also take up huge amounts of money per month. But I put in all these features. I'm thinking about sharing this save for those of you who want to build on this. Saving as it is so that you can get in and do some things how you want to do. So that's a basic overview of how this is working out. And I decided to come in about 10 hours later just so that I wasn't boring you with putting in all of these roads. Because when you build your own real location map, there's no roads, there's no networks. You've got to build it all from scratch. And I'm trying to line these up and get the hierarchy of roads the way that I want it so that I am building out a city that's not full of traffic. Now this big blue line here, this side is actually France. This comes off the map and comes back on here, comes back in over here. This is also France. So inside this blue line you see here, this is Switzerland. Out here's France. But we happen to have the regional French pack and the regional German pack, which will probably do just fine. And I've decided to start this new series playing with all of my milestones unlocked and with unlimited money so that I can do what I want to do. That's just kind of how I've evolved as a City Skylines player. I guess playing all of those years on City Skylines 1 and playing with money, I've just kind of evolved that way. And I like to do these real location maps because they give you a really complex road layout. You put all these roads in, you start to look at Google Maps maybe. You know, I thought about that as well. The assets that are available to me really don't necessitate looking at Google Maps. Got a little harbor here. But the image overlay allows you to put in these road networks and it makes it look a lot more realistic. And of course, This has way more buildable area than my Voltoria series, which I'm playing on the new economy patch, and it's tough. Now you can download this map off of Paradox Mods, which is called Geneva. This series I'm calling Geneva Recharged. You can try to get a little bit more realistic if you want to download this map. So I've put in most of my main arterial roads as 6-lane roads, and the collector roads as 4-lane roads. And I don't have too many urban roads, the little 2-lane roads. Did I say 4-lane or 2-lane? My collector roads are 4-lane roads. And these main arterial roads are 6-lane roads. And I've still got quite a few interchanges. For example, this one here. This is going to be a lot of fun to get in. And I've used 5-lane one-way highway coming in from the edge of the map to get traffic into the cities. And I've elevated it throughout most of the map. This is Highway 1 coming into Geneva. Now, if you want to know how to build these real location maps, take a look at that series on my channel. I put in all of these rivers, water elevations. I downloaded the height map, which is actual height terrain for Geneva, but I have leveled a lot of this out so that it's a lot easier to build on. You try to build road networks over that original height map, you're going to have a lot of wonky roads. Speaking of wonky, this is just a little bit wonky here. So that's my new series, Geneva, Switzerland, Geneva Recharged. I'm all ready to go with trains. Got a few features in. This is just fantastic. I keep thinking about whether City Skylines would benefit to have assets, creator assets. And I opened up City Skylines 1 today, 2025. I thought I would take a look at it again, and it is so detailed and so realistic, and there are so many assets. You would probably be able to do a lot better job of recreating Geneva with the City Skylines 1 game and assets available to you on the Steam Workshop. So let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll be having a lot of fun putting in these tremendous City Skylines 2 assets. Really like this little area here. It's a little river that comes down in through here. That would be pretty difficult to get in. So I always like to get down on the street level and look at my citizens. Here comes an empty truck. So thanks for watching the Old Boar play City Skylines 2. Take care now.